In most parts of the country, you can generally plant spring flowering bulbs until early November or even into December, depending on where you live. Basically, as long as the ground isn't frozen, you still can plant fall bulbs. Here are the 13 easy care bulbs to plant in the fall for spring blooms. But before that, welcome to my channel. 1. Tulips. Tulips are stunning in the spring garden, but unlike many other spring flowering bulbs which naturalize and spread every year, they don't bloom reliably in subsequent years. That's okay. Treat them as annuals so you still can enjoy their elegant blooms. Two exceptions are Darwin hybrids and species tulips, which tend to bloom well for 2 to 3 years. Note: rodents love to dig tulips up for a snack, so if you have an active chipmunk or squirrel population, beware that they may get to these bulbs before they can bloom. 2. Hyacinths. These lovely flowers have a strong fragrance that signals spring has arrived. They come in an array of colors including pure white, shades of pinks, purples, and blues, and they're not tasty to rodents. Hyacinths are reliable bloomers for years. 3. Grape hyacinth. These petite flowers are lovely planted along the edges of walkways and in rock gardens. Grape hyacinths have a sweet scent, too, and they readily naturalize and spread. They're available in many shades of pink, purple, white, blue and even ombre tones. 4. Daffodils. Bright, bobbing, sunny yellow heads mean the daffodils are blooming. These bulbs bloom early, in mid or late spring, and come in a variety of heights. They also offer unmatched bloom power, even during the coldest winters. Bonus: rodents tend to leave daffodils alone, and they'll spread and flower for years. 5. Alliums. These relatives of onions have striking round heads that rise above other spring bloomers. The foliage dies back before they flower, so place them at the back of borders to camouflage the dying leaves. Rodents don't bother alliums. 6. Spanish bluebells. The spikes of lavender blue, pink or white flowers are eye-catching when planted en masse. They're shade tolerant, so bluebells are a good choice beneath deciduous trees where they'll naturalize readily. 7. Crocuses. These delicate flowers appear in early spring, often when snow still is on the ground. Plant crocuses in clusters for beds or borders. But be aware these are loved by rodents. If you have an issue with these garden visitors, try planting crocuses alongside daffodils, which rodents don't like. However, there are no guarantees your crocuses still won't be discovered. 8. Dutch iris. The orchid-like blooms of this petite plant are magical when planted along the front of borders or in rock gardens. Dutch irises or bearded irises also make lovely. 9. Snowdrops. As you may have guessed, snowdrops pop up in very early spring when snow still is on the ground. They're also called galanthus. Plant these small flowers in large swaths for best effect at the edges of borders. 10. Squill. Squill are lesser-known spring bloomers, but these delicate white, blue or blue and white striped flowers are delightful. Plant them in large numbers. They also naturalize and spread readily. They're extremely cold hardy and bloom in late winter to early spring. 11. Anemone. These daisy-like flowers, also called windflowers, come in shades of white, pink and blue. Anemones look smashing when planted in contrast with other yellow spring flowering bulbs such as daffodils. 12. Glory of the snow. As you probably figured out, these early bloomers appear when snow still is on the ground. Glory of the snow come in white, pink and blue, and they tend to be deer-resistant. They're a lesser-known spring bloomer that deserve a place in your garden. 13. Ranunculus butterfly hera bulbs. Butterfly Ranunculus hera is a delicate variety of ranunculus, prized for its shimmering, glossy petals with an iridescent sheen that ranges in hues from soft whites to bold pinks. Unlike the traditional, tightly layered varieties, butterfly ranunculuses feature lighter, airier blooms, making them a favorite choice among floral designers. Annuals, perennials, and flowering trees and shrubs all have their parts to play in your garden's design and its bones. But spring blooming bulbs, which must be planted in the fall before the ground freezes, add early season color and beauty to your garden, which is especially welcome after a long dark winter. When shopping, Make sure the bulbs you buy are suited to withstand winters in your USDA hardiness zone. Find yours here. In addition, most spring flowering bulbs require a long period of chill time to bloom well, meaning months of temperatures in the 30s and low 40s. That means in zones 7 to 10, you'll need to buy pre-chilled bulbs or chill them yourself in the fridge for 6 to 12 weeks before planting. Plant your fall bulbs as soon as possible after receiving them, or at least open the package and keep in a cool, dark area until you can plant them in the ground. Find a spot in full sun, that's 6 or more hours of direct sunlight per day, then dig a hole about 2 to 3 times the height of the bulb, and place it pointy side up in the hole. If you're uncertain about which end is up, some bulbs, called corms, are more rounded. Place them on their sides in the holes. Nature will know what to do, and your flowers will pop up next spring. Finally, after blooming is complete, allow the leaves to die back fully before removing them. Your bulbs need their leaves to make food for next year's flowers.